1974 to 1980 Dino, Ferrari 308 GT4. This is the Ferrari that people love to hate. And some of that traces right back to the car's debut at the 1973 Paris Auto Show. It was a V8-powered car from a manufacturer that was known for V12s. The bodywork was designed by Bertone instead of Ferrari's usual styling house, Pininfarina, and Ferrari didn't even put its name on it. This was a Dino. Dino is a name with its attractions, but the 308 GT4 wasn't the beauty the earlier Dino 246 GT had been. The stretched 100.4-inch wheelbase somehow accommodated 4 people and an engine within it but created an awkward look. The fenders were flat and uninteresting, and the nose came to a point like a Fiat X1/9S. Which also was designed at Bertone by the otherwise great Marcello Gandini. 1970 Ferrari 512s. If charisma were speed, Ferrari's 512s would have won every race it entered. With its mid-mounted, 550 horsepower 5.0-litre V12 letting out a banshee wail as the car blasted down the Mulsanne Straight during the 1970 24 Hours of Le Mans, and covered in blunt nose bodywork that helps place it among the most beautiful of all Ferrari endurance racers, it had the presence of a movie star. And, in fact, it's as an automotive star of Steve McQueen's 1971 film Le Mans that the 512s is best remembered. But in real-world competition, the 512s was always overshadowed by Porsche's epic 917. Okay, that's too kind. The 512s was the 917's bitch. 1989 to 1995 Ferrari 348. Back in the September 1991 issue of CD, the great Patrick Bedard compared the Ferrari 348 TS to a pickup truck. And the truck won? When the truck brakes come off, full boost torque is downloaded to all 4 wheels, Bedard reported. They barely slip. Acceleration begins with such a jolt the driver feels his breakfast slosh rearward. In a blink, the Ferrari is looking at tailgate. And the tailgate is getting smaller. Half a car length, 1-2 car lengths of daylight between them before the Ferrari tops out of first gear. The race has just begun and already it looks like a massacre. Of course that truck was no ordinary pickup. It was the turbocharged, all-wheel drive, 280 horsepower GMC Cyclone. But even the most extraordinary of pickups shouldn't be able to kick any Ferrari's butt. And that was the problem with the 348, it was ordinary. Here are some numbers to contemplate from that long-ago comparison test. The Cyclone ripped to 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds and completed the quarter mile in 14.1 seconds at 93 miles per hour as it came up against its own barn door aerodynamics. The Ferrari needed 6.0 seconds to hit 60 and slipped down the quarter mile in 14.5 at 99 miles per hour. 2014 Ferrari F14T. Built to campaign the 2014 Formula One season, the F14T was the first Ferrari F1 car to fail to rack up a single victory since 1993. And that's despite being driven by the undeniably brilliant Kimi Räikkönen and Fernando Alonso. Yes, 2014 was a year of big changes in F1, and the F14T was an ambitious project for the Scuderia. The new turbocharged 1.6-litre V6 and all the aerodynamic rule changes necessitated a complete rethink of the bodywork, and restrictions on things like gear ratio choices made everything that much more complex.